So hello guys, and welcome to another flight review here on USDE Travel. I am currently in Belfast in Northern Ireland, and I am going back to Frankfurt, Germany today aboard two flights. First an easyJet A320 from Belfast International Airport to London Stansted, and then a Ryanair flight from Stansted to Frankfurt. In my last flight review coming up to Belfast, I also flew Ryanair, and I gave a full review of that, so I won't be touching a lot on Ryanair today unless something memorable happens, but I will be discussing easyJet, and hopefully we'll get to try out the lounge, the Priority Pass lounge at Belfast International Airport. So let's take off and fly to Frankfurt. So here we are at the Causeway Lounge at Belfast International Airport, and overall it was a pretty good experience. The lounge offers free Wi-Fi and outlets to plug in your electronics, nice views of the tarmac in case you want to do some plane spotting, and a quiet place to work or study. As far as the food, they have a nice selection of breakfast items including pastries and muffins, also some snacks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages for free, as well as tea and coffee. So hello guys, just dropping in here while editing the video, and I realized that some of you might not know what Priority Pass is. So I want to take this opportunity to explain to you what it is and what the benefits are. And just so you know, this is not an ad for them, it's not a sponsored video by them, this is just purely from personal experience. So Priority Pass gives you access to over 1,000 airport lounges around the world, from big airports like JFK and LAX to small airports like Belfast. It gives you an entry pass to these lounges, and you pay a yearly fee based upon which level of the service you choose. So there's three different levels: Standard, Standard Plus, and Prestige. Standard costs you $100 a year, and Prestige costs you $430 a year. So that might sound a bit pricey, but the Prestige doesn't have a visit fee, whereas something like Standard would. So what that means is with Standard, you pay $100 a year plus a $32 fee for every time you visit a lounge. Prestige, you pay the $430, and then every visit is free after that. So it's really great for people who travel a lot or are thinking about traveling a lot, and that means just once or twice a month even, not 3 times a week, because I know that most of us, if you're like me, you arrive at the airport with at least a half hour to an hour to spare, and that's a great time to be at a lounge, because the lounge offers you free Wi-Fi, free outlets to plug your stuff, a quiet place to work and study, free food, free alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beverages. And if you're sitting in the basic area of the airport, of course, there might not always be free Wi-Fi. A water can cost you $4 in the airport store. Well, this costs you nothing except the membership. So this is a really great product, and if you don't know about Priority Pass, I would highly recommend it. And if you travel a lot, it's really an invaluable service. So after leaving the very nice Causeway Lounge, I then headed to the gate area to board. The gates at Belfast are pretty small, and they have everybody check in basically at the same time. So you have to wait in these little pin-like areas for about 10 to 15 minutes before your flight is ready to board. So after getting the all clear to go ahead and board, I got to see my ride today down to London Stansted, which was this 10-year-old Airbus A320, one of many easyJet planes parked at Belfast. So now a quick tour of the seat area on easyJet. Here we have the tray table, which is more of a normal size and slightly bigger than on their competitor Ryanair. easyJet also offers you a full seat back pocket to store water and your phone, and an actual safety card, not one that's taped to the back of the seat. The legroom, though, is a lot smaller than on the 737-800, but for a 55-minute flight, it's not a big deal. Also, as a person whose favorite color is orange, I really love easyJet's colors. A very rare bird here are in the airlines of the Channel Islands. Here in the central hub area of London Stansted Airport, and for an airport that primarily caters to low-cost airlines like easyJet and Ryanair, I'm surprised to see just how nice this airport is, with a lot of upscale dining and shopping options for you to choose from while you wait for your flight. So I'm back at Stansted Airport after a nice quick flight with easyJet. Was around 55 minutes from Belfast to Stansted. easyJet is fine. Their legroom is a bit smaller than Ryanair, I found, but once again I was lucky and had the middle seat free. The service was fine, crew was nice, although I didn't find them to be as engaging as Ryanair crew, at least on my flight up to London Stansted, but overall it was okay. And didn't try any of the food or the drinks, but I'm sure that they're typical quality. If you have tried easyJet food, let me know in the comments how they are. And now I'm here at the Escape Lounge at London Stansted. The Escape Lounge is the Party Pass lounge here, and they offer hot food and a full bar to order. And I will give you a little tour of the lounge here. It's a bit hard to find, actually. There's signs everywhere for the Escape Lounge, and then you have to go through a little tunnel area where the bathrooms are, and then right before the bathrooms there's a little area that has a little sign that says escape this way, and you go down the stairs and the lounge is there. But otherwise it's pretty comfortable. Unfortunately, there's no view of the apron or the tarmac from here unless you're part of the Emirates flights. Emirates has their own secluded area at the back end of the lounge, and that has the view of the airport. So for now it's just the view of the lounge and the automated train that goes around Stansted Airport. But other than that, it's fine, and I'll give you a little tour now and tell you how the food is here as I wait for my Ryanair flight to Frankfurt. The Escape Lounge at London Stansted Airport has a very modern look and feel. They offer a wide selection of English language newspapers, as well as a full beverage and food service. I would say that this lounge is a quiet place to work or study, like in Belfast, but unfortunately when I was there, they were doing some pretty heavy vacuuming, so at least for the first half hour or so, it was very loud. There's a very, very limited selection of snacks that doesn't seem to be replenished very often, but the good news is that there is a full bar, and the bartender will take your drink and your food order and then serve it to you. Feeling refreshed after my stay at the Escape Lounge, I then boarded the automatic people mover that moves between the two terminals at London Stansted. I found that Stansted was a very navigable airport and was happy to see this little train that goes between the terminals, as it makes transport between the terminals and the check-in area very quick and easy. The ride from the main hub to the Ryanair area takes about 4 to 5 minutes and is free. So after an uneventful hour and 15 minutes, my Ryanair flight from London Stansted was on final approach to Frankfurt. Admittedly, I was pretty tired on this flight, so I didn't record much, but luckily all of Ryanair's planes are all the same. They're all Boeing 737-800s, and all their cabins are the same, so you didn't miss anything by me not filming on this flight, as everything on this flight was the same as my departure flight up to Stansted. Overall, a pretty good day of flying. The two lounges were very nice. They both offered free Wi-Fi. They both offered pretty good food, good drink services, and escape from the airport. As for the flights themselves, both easyJet and Ryanair are low-cost carriers, and comparing two low-cost carriers can be fun if you're up for it. They both do things well that the other kind of doesn't do well. For example, easyJet offers you more of a traditional seat, while Ryanair does give you more leg room. I do feel that easyJet's product is closer to a typical low-cost, where Ryanair's is really an ultra-low-cost product. My flight, by the way, from Belfast, London Stansted on easyJet was €65, which is very competitive if you compare it to similar flights on that route, such as with British Airways. So overall, like I said, a pretty good day of flying. I'd recommend both carriers if you're looking for a cheap getaway. And also I'd recommend Belfast, a very beautiful city with a very interesting and unfortunately dark history. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video and press the little bell so you get notified whenever I post. So thanks for watching and happy travels.